Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Lamar, and this is my presentation on ways to support ELL students. The first thing I think we need to focus on is the difference between BICS versus CALP. BICS is our basic interpersonal communication skills. So this is our conversation language, or language we use to get through our day-to-day lives. So our students are using this when they're on the playground with their friends, they're using it when they're discussing things with their families, even personal things that are going on when they discuss it with us. Then we have CALP, which is our cognitive academic language proficiency, which is our academic language. So this is all the talking of all of our academics in the classroom. Some of the accommodation ideas are word banks. Word banks are great for all students, but they're especially good for ELL students so that they can see the words and connect them. Visuals, anchor charts are awesome. Interactive notebooks are awesome for them, just to give them something to reference when they're maybe stuck. Graphic organizers are a great way to get them to organize their thoughts. There are multiple ways to use graphic organizers and a whole lot of them to use. Examples. Another thing is like modeling, showing them how to do what you're asking them to do. Extra wait time. Sometimes it takes them a minute to think of what they want to say. Highlighting words, highlighting important words or color coding those words. Sometimes pre-teaching them the vocabulary for like a math lesson, for like numerator and denominator. You could teach them the day before what each one of those words means, so that they are able to already be ahead of where they need to be so they can understand and have extra processing time. Sentence stems are great. It gives them a starter, and then they can fill in with what they think. Think, pair, share. It's just like it says. They think about the answer, they pair up with somebody, and then they share their ideas. This gives, again, our ELL students wait time, which lets them think. Then they can share it with one person instead of sharing out to the class, which makes it a little bit maybe easier for them to get their ideas across, and then they can share it out with the group. The next one is the think, write, pair, share. It's just like think, pair, share, except between the think and the pair, then they write it down. So it could just be, a sentence or some notes. That way they can get their ideas out before they pair up with a partner and share, or share it with the group. Another big thing that we need to look at is our 4 language domains: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So when we are doing lesson plans, we need to think about these things for our ELL students. Are they using their speaking skills? Are they communicating with their peers? Are they communicating with us on what they're learning? Listening, are they hearing what we're saying? Can they read what we're trying to teach them? Writing, are they able to write down what you're asking them to write down? All of these things are huge when we're talking about ELL students. Next comes formal assessments. So these are our big assessments. So our ELL students take CALPA. Pre-LOS is usually our pre-K kiddos, or kindergarten sometimes. LOS links, and then FastBridge. FastBridge is my district's benchmark assessment tool that we use that every student takes. So that just gives us more data. Some of the informal assessments that I use in my classroom on a daily basis are exit tickets. Pretty much after every lesson, we are doing exit tickets, so I understand if they've understood what I've taught them. It's just a quick snippet. It tells me yes, no, you got it, no, you don't, we need extra help. Observations. I'm constantly observing my students, whether they're ELL or not. It just gives me ideas of where they're at, what they still need to work on. I love to give self-assessments because students may think that they're doing bad, but they're actually doing really well. So just having those conversations with them sometimes boosts their confidence. And then any teacher-made tests you make. I've made like informal quizzes on Friday where it's just 5 questions that I wrote on a piece of paper and make copies, and the kids answer those 5 questions. It's very easy. Some of the classroom ideas that I have used and I would like to use are putting words on anchor charts in both English and Spanish. So having those anchor charts, making sure that your words are both written in English, and then even if you take an index card and put the Spanish word next to it, or if you have a Chinese speaking student, then you have those words, just so that they connect the English with their native language. Some of the strategies that we use in our district are called BDI strategies. Linking language. This is huge for my kiddos. We take a picture and we put it in the middle of a poster board. So I usually have about 5 vocab words. There's other pictures are on there. The vocab word is not on there, so they do not know what vocab word goes with what picture. I lay them out and they get into groups of 3, 4, depending on my class size, and they have a marker or writing utensil with them. Then they go around to each one of the posters. We rotate after 3 minutes, and when they're at the poster, they write down what they see in the picture, what do they know about the picture, just bringing in that background knowledge. After the students have been through all of the posters, I have the vocab words written on just like index cards or sentence strips, and then we discuss as a class which vocab word we think goes with which picture. And it makes the connection between the word and pictures that, make them think, oh, that's what that means. Vocab quilts are another great thing. I usually do this after linking language, usually like the next day or 2 after. So it's just like squares on a page with the vocab word. So then we go through each vocab word. Okay, what are words that go with that vocab word? Can you draw me a picture that helps you remember what that vocab word means? And that gives them extra practice, and it gives them a resource that they have for the week for their vocab words. Dots chart is just like a bunch of boxes. They have A, B, C, D in all the boxes. And so the students, if we're talking about animals, they can write words that they think of for animals. So they would find like elephant. They'd find the box that has E in it and they'd write elephant. Or giraffe. They would find the G and put giraffe under G. Just helps them another way to organize their thoughts. So we use that for science. I've used it in math, multiple ways. I also have a link down here at the bottom that takes you to where the BDI strategies can be found. And I like this because they also have videos that you can see how they actually work in the classroom. So there are more than what I use in my classroom, but I use 3 of them very regularly in my classroom. And that is all I have. Thank you guys so much.